Well, good evening. Hopefully, you can see behind me there's a few mountains. And sitting here in Valdez, we just finished up a 3 day fishing trip. So, hope you enjoy this. My quote today: many go fishing all their lives without knowing that it is not fish they are after. That's from Henry David Thoreau. So, as I said, down here in Valdez with some friends. And before I get too long winded, I really want to thank Scott and his dad Mark for inviting me along on this trip. What a fantastic time I've had. Also, want to give a shout out to Mike, one of their friends, who kept us all entertained with his stories between dropping our lines in the water, all the long hours riding to and from fishing holes, and then sitting around the B&B getting ready for the next day. I hope you all enjoy the photos and videos of our recent fishing trip. We didn't catch a monster halibut, but we did catch fish. And we're going to be able to put some in the freezer. Some of the fish that we caught, as I said, we had halibut. We caught some Pacific Cod, some black rockfish, several pots of shrimp, which that's first for me. We also reeled in and released some Ling Cod, an Irish Lord's Flounder, and a few halibut and Pacific Cod that were just too small and needed to mature before we took them home. Of course, the weather down here in Valdez and Mother Nature were not very friendly to us. I don't know if you can see behind me, but it's raining right now. It has rained every day. We had some adventures with the wind and 2 to 3 foot seas. At one point, especially today, it felt like we were riding a bucking bronco. Luckily, we didn't lose anyone, and we all made it back to harbor safely. So enjoy the video. another pair of boots. Yeah. And Scott really pulling up his head pots. That's the first time. I do hope that you enjoyed the video. I'd like to thank Scott and Mark once again for this wonderful adventure. And as Henry David Thoreau said, many go fishing all their lives without knowing that it is not fish they are after. As always, love you. Hugs and prayers.